I quit my job and sent out a mass email. It is now being described as the sacred text. I was told that I should post my email to this subreddit. I have been working for this company for a little over 1 year and I made my way to a lead position. Nothing fancy, but I had access to everyone's email addresses, all the way up to the president. After the upper management decided to start becoming more and more unreasonable and demanding that my department do way more than we could, I had enough. This email was sent out to everyone from the president down. They deleted it fairly quickly, but not before one of the leads printed out a ton of copies and even translated it for our Spanish-speaking friends. They were handed out like flyers. I can at least take a bit of joy away from this, knowing that in my wake, I left a bit of morale. I was told that the day I left and the day that followed, the atmosphere was lively and camaraderie was bolstered. This is officially my first post, so I hope I don't screw anything up. I've edited the email to exclude any names. Enjoy. Hello everyone. I am writing this email to formally announce my departure from less than blank. This is not a decision I make easily. For a long time I enjoyed coming to work and took pride in what I did. That, however, has changed dramatically over the past few weeks. I have seen too much of the spite and uncaring nature of our upper management. A fraternity culture of corporate numbness that shattered whatever morale existed within these walls. Morale. Now that is a taboo word in this fledgling warehouse. Why raise morale when we can just have a high turnover rate and replace experienced and hardworking people with new and unexperienced, expendable temps? Why would the fearless leadership come and listen to the people who do the job every day when they can just formulate their own opinions as to why something isn't working correctly? Why would these pioneers of less than blank care about their employees when they can just become callous and treat them all like second-class citizens or fodder? The answer is simple. Their jobs are secure. They do not have to worry about their contracts being terminated or being replaced. They have full reign. They don't care about you. They are the all-knowing, fully confident, self-important, and ultimately dangerous architects of the footprint of less than blank in the States. I am done being exploited. I have been working diligently for over a year, showing up every day, on time, staying late, coming in early, never calling off, and making sure my departments are running efficiently. I was told twice within 2 weeks that I am not a good worker and that I could be doing more. Well, someone else can do that now. I will no longer be the workhorse for this company. I refuse to work directly for a convicted pedophile, less than blank, and a child in personality and age less than blank. I refuse to work hard and be told that I am failing in my department by asking for an additional admin, while people who don't work at all are supported and described as great workers. Make sure you save this email, or take a picture of it. They will surely erase this, just like they erased the pictures I had on my work phone of the wooden crates that were soaked and covered in black mold. I liked working here. I love my team. I love a lot of the people who work here. But the management is the worst I have ever seen. They promote the people who least deserve it, hire people who are wildly unqualified for their positions, and abuse and take full advantage of the people who actually work hard. They don't want good and caring leadership. They want slave drivers and bootlickers. The pay is objectively terrible for what they expect of you, and they will try to shortchange you every chance they get. I have never felt so disrespected by leadership in my life. And I was in the army. To all the leads, I wish you the best of luck and I will miss you all. To the management, treat your employees better. They are the ones who make the company run, not you. They are the ones sweating and working hard so that you can look good to your bosses. Show them more respect. Showing empathy and kindness is not a sign of weakness. You put your pants on one leg at a time. Just like the rest of us. Humble yourselves. On that note, I'm out. Good luck. The convicted pedophile reference was a nice touch. The older I get, the more I am coming to realize that most workplaces are complete dumpster fires of bad management, abuse, and toxicity. Please, for the love of all that is holy, does anyone work in a company that you love and respect, and for which you get fairly paid? I wish your last paragraph didn't fall on deaf ears. I've had the misfortune of listening to upper management, owners for longer than should be legal. They sincerely believe that you wouldn't exist without them. Workers are seen as children to be managed by their betters. I can tell you were in the army from the way you blew that bridge up behind you as you left. Lol. Forgot to add unionize now. Sounds like you worked at a hospital. This is how it is at my hospital, and I'm nearing the same spot you were in when you decided to quit. You refer to some in the company as leadership, but that is the last thing they are based on your description. All management and zero leadership will kill a company. Your exit strategy, believe it or not, was the act of a true leader. For the proletariat! Exclamation mark! Exclamation mark! The fun they will have knowing that less than blank is a pedophile, lol, tears of joy. You had me in the first half. Then you stuck the boot in. This email would be appropriate in most workplaces. Sadly. I'm straight up aroused. You should leave the company name in there so we all know to avoid it. I'm sorry, but you can't just say convicted pedophile and not explain further. I left a company with an email like this directed at a particular person. That company is in bankruptcy now due to that person's direct actions. Feels good. Very well written. Don't see articles that good in newspapers these days. How long did it take? This is the way. I had a coworker quit with a mass email. Sent it and walked out. Her manager read the subject in her inbox. I quit. And the manager walked around with a self-satisfied grin until noon, at which point she actually read the email and begged IT to delete it. We did not. The email was a diatribe about how incompetent her manager was. I once turned in a 5-page resignation that was still circulating 6 months after I left the company. All 5 pages were dressing down the new manager and all the damage he had done in his first 6 months. I only turned in 1 copy and I gave it to the manager in question. He thought he could use it to contest my unemployment, which meant it had to pass through the office manager's hands. I think she's the one that made a copy for the employees. The really dumb thing is the day I quit, the company bounced my check for the second time. I hand-wrote on the last page that was the reason I would not be putting in the 1 week's notice I had stated in the resignation. All I had to tell the UI adjudicator was that the reason I left my job that day was because of the rubber check. Unemployment awarded. The adjudicator also shared it with several of her coworkers. Her exact words were, "We couldn't believe someone actually turned that in." I'm not sure if she meant me or him. Rock's fist in the air, name. And shame. Name. And shame. There was a guy that quit the company I work and sent a legendary notice like this. His had gifs and pictures from the manager's contradictions. I'm sorry you felt the need to quit, but I wish you best in finding a place that pays and let you play. I once quit my job with the "today is my last day" notice. I didn't factor in the fact the particular manager I told, while we got along well, he was very upset with the company over having been passed over for a promotion which went to someone less qualified. So he didn't officially log my resignation. Next day everyone was expecting me. I noticed my access to company systems was still active, so I messaged the manager next level up and told him I am leaving. Fast forward almost a year, I ran into some ex-coworkers that now worked for company next door to where I worked. I found out there were entire conspiracy theories about my supposed vanishing act because if I had stayed, I was likely going to get promoted about a month after I had left. Reason I left the new job was better pay than the upper end of the pay range for promotion, which was likely but not guaranteed.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Eracast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.